I've looked at my chart and it also almost feels like there's a mela of planets happening in one house. Like there are some 3 planets or 4 planets in certain houses. What is the significance just if there are multiple planets in one house?
So that's a very interesting question, actually, Kha, because I do see that. And there are quite a few ways to look at it. So, one is that we say in traditional Vedic astrology that this is sannyasa yoga, which is that it's a combination for sannyasis. Now, if you take it literally, like, you know how I'm saying that sannyasi means I'm going to detach myself from everything and go check out and live in a cave, right? That's not it. In the modern times, vocabulary has changed. 5,000 years ago, yes, sannyasa yoga. Because you're not into running the kingdom, you're not into plowing the land, you're not into having cows and sheep and all of that. So, what are you going to do? Check out, live in the forest. Now, in the modern sense, a lot of us are sannyasis, you know. We're not indulging in things. We're very passionate about what we're doing, and you're very, focused and single-minded about what we're doing. It plays out like that. It also depends what planets are coming together for the sannyasa yoga. We need a Saturn, we need a Ketu, we need certain planets to come into that certain combination, certain alignment. So not all combinations of sannyasa yoga, but majorly we say that this is a person who detaches themselves from the experience of life in general, the maya of life to a huge extent. Now, when a lot of planets come in a certain house, and we just talked about the houses, we need to understand that. Now imagine it as a home. Okay, your entire horoscope, think of it as having 12 different rooms, right? Suddenly 5 people have showed up in one room. What is happening? Everybody is speaking at the same time, right? Everybody has their needs. They're all talking about something or the other. There's
Chaos.
Exactly. So that's what it is. Again, common sense astrology, there's chaos. How do you understand that chaos in terms of the horoscope? There are 5 different planets or 4 different planets, let's say, in a certain house. They're all having a say in that particular area of life. So let's say 5 planets are in the kitchen, right? They're all trying to decide what food is going to be cooked, and they're all trying to make that one dish.
Right.
How can, too many cooks spoil the broth?
Yeah.
So it's that. The person ends up being confused about that area of life. Like, what is that? What am I supposed to do? What are we cooking in that kitchen, right? So, one big factor that I've seen with a lot of planets coming together is the sense of confusion.
Right.
What to do, what not to do. It's coming in your, let's say, the house of career. You'll be confused. What career to take, right? Am I meant for this field or that field? If it comes into your house of romance, too many lovers, which one to choose? This one, that one?
Such a great problem to have. Too many lovers.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for some people who actually do have it,
they're going to stop looking at me as a spiritual person. They'll be like, oh, I got this one. Yeah, but imagine what a lovely problem to have.
trust me, no problems are lovely because then you end up loving no one.
But they will love you, na?
Not sure now. They all have
There's
their
option.
options. Yeah. They're just it looks like that they're options.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not.
None.
Yeah. Which is
Maya.
the
Illusion.
Yeah, illusion.
Yeah. And then the absolute opposite
Yeah.
is there are some empty houses in your chart. In my chart, I think I have 1 or 2 empty houses. Does that mean ki udhar kuch nahi ho raha, there's no action happening there?
No. So it's again like let's say you have a house next to your house that's empty. It's been empty for a while. A few months, few more months pass. It's been a year, 2 years. In big cities, we have that pigeon problem. So from your bedroom window, you can hear pigeons are doing their stuff. You know, over a period of time, you start hearing things in that house. You know, maybe there's water leakage, pipe burst, whatever. You know, something or the other. Even an empty house has something going on, right? Maybe there are cobwebs forming. 5 years later, you open that house, it's a mess. Right? Just like that. A house in a horoscope that's empty is never empty. It's still got some energy in it. Also, that most people don't realize that there are transits happening. Transits are basically that planet currently in the sky are moving and they're crossing over those empty houses of your horoscope, right? And to understand that, of course, you have to go to an astrologer to understand ki abhi kya ho raha hai mere
Correct.
में, right? But empty house is never empty. It's got some stuff going on. And like I said, that, when we're talking about ascendants, karmically, let's say you're a certain ascendant, the next house, the one opposite yours, let's say it's empty, but it's got that zodiac sign's energy. It's going to do the stuff that zodiac sign is going to do, whether it's got a planet or not.
Right.
Planet just focuses your attention to a different particular house where it's sitting. Of course, it has more energy and more impact.
Right.
And that area of your life will have more fluctuations, let's say.
Right.
But an empty house has as much power.
Right. Okay.